Hi yogis, welcome to this practice, Vinyasa practice, and also we're going to begin with a breathwork practice. And this practice is really about stepping into our vulnerability, stepping into showing up fully. And the embodied practice of yoga is really asking us to step into feeling into where we are, how we're doing. How is that landing in my body as I move and breathe through these practices? And in that vulnerability, allowing us to find the strength to be with what is, to breathe into it, to sit with it, and to really allow us to feel into it. So I hope this practice is this access for freedom, and that's what I think the yoga practice asks us to be in our life, to be the free ones, to not be bound by the tensions, the stresses, the uncertainty and the difficulty of life, because actually what we realize is that is the nature of life. And if we can find some centering, some calm within that, then we can be the liberated one. So we're going to start with a breath work called Kapalabhati breath. It's a forceful pumping of the navel. I would say is if you're pregnant or any abdominal issues, just come into a natural, nice, a steady rhythm with your breath rather than this pumping of the abdomen. And it's a forceful exhale out the nose. So either you're going to place your hands onto the abdomen, which gives a nice feedback to feel that pumping in that area, stimulating, build a little heat or friction or tapas. Try and keep the shoulders and the hips still. Or as I'm going to do, reach the arms up over the head. And we'll just take one round of it. It's about 30 to 40 rounds. And hopefully you'll feel this kind of waking up. Kapalabhati breath is a skull clearing breath. So let's just begin with the hands though down for a moment, just to center and to land together. So that invitation to find a seat, soften the gaze, and take a moment to drop down and in. Feel weight down through into the hips, the weight of the legs and the feet. Just scanning down and starting to tune in to what you bring to practice today. Let's begin with a nice deep full breath in through the nose. And exhale it out the mouth. And then either placing the hands to your abdomen or reaching the arms up in a nice wide V position, so not too constricted around the shoulders, soft face, soft shoulders. And again, connect to your breath. Take a deep full breath in. Long breath out. Inhale halfway and begin. So we set that nice steady rhythm, feeling the pumping in the abdomen, in and out, forceful exhale like you're trying to clear something out the nasal passages. Try and stay with that rhythm, going at a pace that works for you. So you're starting to build a little bit of heat, feeling that energy up into the arms, the shoulders, to the fingertips, the body coming alive with sensation. I'm going to build it up a little bit more. Let's see if we can go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Full breath in. Sip the breath. When you can hold at the top of the breath, slightly tuck the chin, draw up through the pelvic floor. Hold the breath. Try and relax into that hold. And then slowly release the locks, release the pelvic floor, float the arms down. Feel that lightness, that awakening, that tingling. Just let the fingertips drop down for a moment. Drop the chin down towards the chest. And bring your hands to your heart space. And just here in this first moment of practice, your intention and placing that into every breath, every movement. And then we'll open the eyes. Okay, let's come over onto hands and knees, and we'll start actually drawing back into puppy dog pose. So the hands are slightly forward of the shoulders, the knees are slightly back from the hips, and the chest is moving back towards the thighs and the forehead coming down. So I'm not using any props today, but you can use maybe blocks or a blanket, support the forehead. And here you might actually just gently rock across the forehead. A little massage across the thinking, doing, processing watchtower of the mind. And just letting that soften and recede. Soften the shoulders. Soften around the abdomen. Some of you will draw into the Ujjayi breath here, which is inhale through the nose. An audible exhale through the nose, like constriction in the back of the throat. But more than anything with the pranayama, working to create less. So not agitating with the breath. A steady, subtle rhythm in through the nose and out through the nose. And just letting everything again just settle and draw in. And then on your next breath in, lift up slightly, and we're going to thread the right arm underneath the left. Legs stay the same, so still drawing back into the hips. Turn your head towards the left. Really draw that right shoulder through, and again you might use the support for the side of the head. And we're going to bring the left hand up, if it feels comfortable for the neck and the shoulders, onto the lower back, palm facing up, or maybe even into the bind onto the right thigh. So it's just a gentle opening and offering here of turning and twisting slightly through the chest and the ribs towards the left side. Breathing in, steady rhythm, breathing out. And then slowly unwind the left hand, place it back and down, and thread the right arm back through. Just come to center, draw back into the hips, forehead presses down, soften the shoulders. Find center again, connect to your breath. And then lifting up slightly, we'll take the over, left arm slips underneath. Again, turning the head towards the left fingertips, drawing the left back of the left shoulder through. So you really feel we're opening up into that left scapula, around the left rib cage. Very light onto the neck and the shoulder. And then maybe you take the option with the right hand, looking for external rotation here through the right shoulder. And feeling into the body. And really trying to let go of the story and the narrative that you bring into the practice. And just skillfully meeting the body with the breath. So placing the body into the breath. Feeling in. And allowing yourself to be a little tender with that. So self-compassion. Release the right arm back down, thread the left arm back through, and again come back into puppy dog pose. So stay nice and grounded, opening through the shoulders, softening the abdomen. And in that place of self-compassion, just reminding yourself, I'm doing the best I can. I'm doing the best I can. And then inhale, coming all the way up onto your hands and knees. Good. Toes are tucked over now. Draw the front ribs in so you feel that knitting of the ribs, engaging of the core. Try and find external rotation through the biceps, not twisting through the wrists. So crease of the wrists facing forward, but a real stable, steady foundation through the hands. And as you exhale, we're going to lift the knees just an inch off. So really feel here, press through the hands. Good, feel into the core, dynamic, into the center of the body. Gaze is forward and down, shoulders drawing away from the ears. 2 more deep, steady breaths. Inhale, 1. Good, exhale. Inhale, 2. Exhale. As you inhale for 3, drop the head, let the gaze come back towards the navel. Bring your hips back towards your heels. Feel that length through the side of the body. And then strong, press through the hands, lift to the hips. And weight down into the heels as we unfold the body into down dog. And in down dog, as we often find, there's just that natural organic movement happens. We press one heel down and the other, and in that embodied intelligence of the practice, we allow ourselves to feel it. We allow that little bit of movement to facilitate ease, relaxation, and calm. Breathing in. Good. Breathing out. Make sure in down dog, you can just give a nice check. You've got that length. So if you come forward into plank pose, you shouldn't need to move your hands and your feet. And as you exhale, lift up and back into down dog. So for most of us, the heels don't touch, but there is that intention to really feel grounded here. Spread the fingers wide, lift to the hips, weight down into the heels. Gaze is back at the navel, nice long through the neck. Take one more nice deep breath in, bend your knees, look forward past your hands, and end of your breath, some of your hop or step forward with your in front of the mat. Inhale, straighten the legs, lift the chest, hands to shins, tent the fingers. And then exhale and fold forward, bending the knees, chest to thighs, and curling in. Heel toe the feet together, bring the knees together so there's a feeling of very much a plum centered line. Bring the tips of the fingers just down to the edge of the feet, and then straighten the arms, lift the chest and sink the hips. Draw the shoulders away from the ears, so it's chair pose or Utkatasana, sometimes called awkward pose. Take a full breath in, try and lift the chest, nice long spine, and then bring the hands to the heart space. And lift the heart to meet the thumbs. Good, steady the breath, breathing in and breathing out. And as we just settle here, and again, allow the feelings to come through. Allow yourself to really feel down into the feet. If you've been sat a lot during your day, really feel that energy into the legs. Make that connection into the body. Our structure is only as solid as our foundation, so feel down to your foundation. Sink a little deeper, take a deep breath in, and then exhale, press through the feet. Begin to rise up from that foundation. Look to your fingertips, reach the arms up over the head. Take a big deep breath in, draw the ribs away from the pelvis, and exhale, circle the arms out wide. Clear that space around you. 2 more times with the breath. Inhale, reach the arms forward. Set your gaze to your thumbs, look up. Exhale, bring the arms out wide. 1 more time, big circle with the arms. Inhale, gaze up. Don't let the mind go faster than the movement. And then exhale, burst the arms open and bring your fingertips facing down, palms onto the lower back. That little support of just creating space around the lumbar spine. Draw the upper arm bones together. Feel down into the foundation as you inhale. Lift the chest up and back. Maybe opening the throat. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. And again, the foundation is solid to build our structure up. To be able to open up this feeling of growth, of possibility. Good, of strength from being a little bit vulnerable. And then inhale, press through the feet, slowly coming back to center. As we return to center, bring your hands to your heart space. The core of our practice, building resilience, is drawing us back to center. Start to move and breathe with your breath as you inhale, press through the feet, raise your prayer up, look up, reach up. Exhale, burst the arms open. Swan dive all the way forward, chest to thighs, tuck the chin. Halfway, inhale, lift, lengthen, flat back, look forward. Exhale and bow forward, chest to thighs. Inhaling, step the right leg back into high lunge. Lifting the chest, option is to drop your back knee. Block to the left hand. Inhale, reach the right arm forward. I'm going to circle the right arm all the way up and see again if you can trace with your gaze. Exhaling all the way back and down. 2 more times. Inhale, breath leads the movement. Exhale, press into the back heel. Good. Finding space into what you feel. 1 more time. Inhaling. And exhaling. Good. Inhale, gaze down. Frame your front foot. Lift the chest. Exhale, plant the hands. Step back into down dog. Inhale forward into plank pose. Keep moving the chest forward. Look forward. Exhale half or all the way down. Chaturanga. Inhale, cobra up dog. Exhale, tuck the toes. Seat to heels, up and back. Down dog. 3 breaths. Inhale, 1. Exhale. Good. Inhale, 2. Coming a little steadier here now. Exhale, draw into the breath. Inhale, 3. Exhale. Inhale, right leg lifts. Draw the right knee into your chest. Moving from the core, look forward and lightly step the right foot forward so you can help the leg through. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step forward, front of the mat. Halfway, inhale, lift, lengthen, flat back. Exhale, chest to thighs, bow forward. Good. Inhale again, bring the hands, fingertips, little toe edge of the feet. Sink the hips, coming back into that chair pose. Hands to heart. Breath in. Exhale down into the foundation, sink the hips. Inhale, come up onto your toes as if you lift the heels and feel balance here. Balance is dynamic. When we feel unbalanced, what do? We grip, we hold on. So here, see if you can find that dynamic of balance, the strength to be in a little bit of uncertainty. And then press through the feet. Inhale, follow with your gaze, reach your thumbs up over the head, coming up to standing. And then exhale, bring the heels down, burst the arms open. Bring the hands onto the lower back, fingertips face down. Inhale, support the back, draw the upper arm bones together, lift the chest, opening up to possibility. Good. Full breath in, stack the shoulders over the hips, tuck the chin, bring the hands down the back of the legs, knees bent, chest to thighs, curling in, forward bend. Halfway, inhale, lift, lengthen, flat back. Exhale, bow forward, chest to thighs. Inhale, step back, left leg, high lunge, the same modifications, option. Left arm reaches forward, inhale, following with the gaze. So notice the tendency, then the mind wants to go ahead. Hold steady with the breath, exhale. Inhaling, circle with the arms, follow with the gaze. Good, exhaling round. One more time, inhale, pressing into the back heel. Exhaling. Bring the left hand down, frame the front foot, look forward. Plant the hands, step back into down dog. Inhale, breath leads, look forward, plank pose. Feel strong here. As you exhale, half all the way down, so you can drop the knees. Inhaling, if you're in up dog, gaze is tip of the nose, cobra forward and down. As you exhale, lift up and back, down dog. Inhaling 1. Exhale. Inhaling 2. Exhale. Inhaling 3. Exhale. Inhale, left leg lifts, modifying your hands and knees. Draw the left knee into your chest, look forward and step lightly the left foot forward between the hands. Full breath in, look forward and step confidently forward, front of the mat. Feet together, inhale, halfway, flat back. Exhale, bow forward, chest to thighs. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, sink the hips, straighten the arms, lift the chest. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, come up onto your toes. Again, feel that dynamic balance as you press down. Rise all the way up. Gaze up to the thumbs. Keep the focus. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, heels down, burst the arms open. Hands come to the lower back. One breath, inhale, open it up, look up, feel space through the vertebrae, lengthen the spine. Exhale, curling in, hands down the back of the thighs, knees bent, chest to thighs, nice and long through the neck. Halfway, inhale, lift, lengthen, flat back. Exhale, bow forward. Good. So starting to build a little bit of heat here. Inhale, bend the knees, plant the hands, lift the chest. As you exhale, walk, or some of you hop back through chaturanga, bent elbows. Inhaling, cobra up dog. Strong through the arms if you're in up dog. Exhaling, lift up and back. Down dog is where we join. So remember, you don't need to jump back. You don't need to take every vinyasa. On your next breath in, lift the right leg up behind you. And we'll just start to get into a little hip opening flow. So we're going to bend the right knee. Stack the right hip on top of the left. Take your gaze underneath the left armpit and try and lift out the left shoulder. Draw back into the left hip and bring weight down into the left heel. Good. Inhale, straighten the right leg. So you're really opening up here through the front of the right side, the right hip flexor. Good. And then inhale, draw the right knee into your chest. Bring the right knee forward. And again, moving from the core, lightly step the right foot to the outside of the right hand. Coming up onto your fingertips, my right toes are just slightly turned out to the side. Little bit of movement around the center into the pelvis, just settling, feeling in. I'm going to stay here for a couple of breaths. Can bring the back knee down. I'm going to offer though to stay with the back knee lifted and the chest lifted, looking out. So blocks can be helpful here. And again, let's just regulate the breath. Take a few deep breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. And notice how just taking those few breaths returns us back to center. Brings back to that calm, steady, centered place we can feel in. Breathing in. Good. Breathing out. Breathing in. And breathing out. And then inhale, we'll bring the back knee down. Let's meet here. Keep the left hand placing down. I'm going to turn the torso towards the right, coming to the little toe edge of the right foot, and turning towards the right thigh and bringing the right hand onto the right thigh. So I'm also drawing away, really feeling again that opportunity to find a little bit of freedom and space and growth. What is possible here today in my body? And rather than looking at that as a judgment or a criticism, a little bit of self-compassion. How am I doing? How does this feel? And then reach the right arm behind. Again, you might stay here and really explore feeling a nice external opening through the right shoulder. Or you might pick the back knee up or pick the back foot up, holding onto the left foot with the right hand, pressing the foot into the hand. And here we find a bind. So the more you press the foot into the hand, good, the more you can move and feel into that. The more it opens us up, the more we feel, letting yourself, again, a little bit of vulnerability to move into possibility. Good. And then if you've got the bind, release the back foot. Slowly turn towards the front. Bring the right foot down. Heel toe the right foot back to 12 o'clock. Inhale, lift the back knee, look forward. Option here is vinyasa, chaturanga, or down dog. Exhaling, elbows, good, bend. Inhaling, straighten the arms in up dog, gaze tip of the nose. Exhale, we move up and back, down dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Good, let's start again, exploring on the left side, bending the left knee, opening the left hip. Gaze out underneath the right armpit. And again, you can really try and hear not to collapse through the right side. So lift up into the right hip, weight down into the right heel. Straighten the left leg, reach to the left toes. Good, feel the breath through the body. And then inhale, draw the left knee into the chest. Take this transition slowly, so don't kind of get halfway and then panic. And then lightly step the foot through, even if you have to help it through, moving from the core, from the center. Up onto your fingertips, little bit of movement, often an area we hold a lot of tension into pelvis, the hips. Just settling Slow it down. Good. And again, just regulating the breath. Coming back to center. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Release the back knee down. Right hand stays pressing down, so block can be helpful. Turning to the left, little toe edge of the left foot. Left hand onto the left thigh. And just exploring here. So my right hip is drawing forward and the rotation is through the thoracic spine, through the ribs. Opening the chest up. Again, you've got the option here if you want to bind. Right foot to left hand. Good, and in that binding again, feel the strength. Opening yourself up. Breathing in. Breathe down into the belly, breathing it back out. Release the bind, slowly unwind, come forward, bring the left foot flat, heel toe back to the center of the mat. Inhale, lift the back knee, look forward. Again, your choice. Exhale is chaturanga, so regulate that breath. It's a long breath. Now you inhale and really enjoy that back bend opening up. Exhale, lift it up and back. Down dog. Good. Full breath in. A long, steady breath out. Inhale, bend the knees, look past your hands. As you exhale, walk or hop forward. Straighten the legs, halfway inhale, flat back. Exhale, bow forward, chest to thighs, curl it in. Make sure the feet are together, knees are together as you sink the hips. Really getting into this flow now. Arms are straight, chest lifts, hands to heart. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Inhale up onto the toes. And then slowly rise all the way up. Steady. Follow the gaze. Up to your thumbs. Inhale it up. And then exhale, heels down. Burst the hands open. Back onto the lower back. Take a deep breath in. Press down through the feet. Lift the chest up and back. And really let yourself take a few breaths to explore that possibility of the back bend today. You maybe even release your hands and draw the knuckles down towards the heels as you open up and back. Good. Breathing in, soften the face. And breathing out. Inhale, strong legs, stack the shoulders over the hips. And return back to center. Hands to heart. Okay, we'll take a balance here. Again, working into the hips. We're going to take figure of 4. Balance is fine to use the wall. You know, when we feel balanced, what do? We grip and we hold on. So if that gives you the feeling of stability, just to bring a finger to the wall, do so. Bring the feet now a little bit wider. Sink the hips. Set the gaze steady. My hands onto the pelvis just really gives this feeling of being in the center of gravity in the body. Shift your weight over to your left foot. Pick up your right knee. And bring your right ankle just above the left knee and flex the right foot. Drawing the right knee away from the body, we're going to sink the hips down and try and keep a nice long spine as if the spine is drawing out of the pelvis as you sink down into your foundation of the left foot. Hands to the heart, gaze steady. Good. So we know in the practice, we know in yoga it's not a linear practice. There is no end. There's no goal or destination here and you can tick the box and you've done it. It's a never-ending possibilities. So you might stay here. You might explore today, bringing your right forearm over towards your right foot and twisting to the left. And get a little playful. One of the aspects of creating freedom is playfulness. Look at any child. They're just playing. So let yourself fall in, fall out. Again, don't grip too hard. Come back to center. And then press through the left foot and come all the way back up. Again, return to center. Release the arms down by the side. Hands back, center point. Set the gaze steady. Soften the knees. Weight to the right foot. Pick the left foot up. And just explore. Good. Flexing the left foot, although we're not going to come into the balance today. Work with getting that left foot active. Working to stabilize the left knee and the left hip muscles. Sink down into the hips, nice and long through the spine. And then just simply breathe. Be bringing in focus. Maybe twisting. Seeing if that option's there for you. Good. Come back to center. And then inhale. Slowly return. Release the left foot. Release the arms down by the side. Last time through the vinyasa. Big breath in. Reach the arms all the way up and back. Good. Exhale. Sweep the arms out wide. Fold all the way forward here. Chest to thighs. As you inhale, take it halfway flat back. Exhale and come forward. And just take a moment, a little longer in that forward bend. And you might bring your hands again behind onto the Achilles round by the heels. Drawing the forearms, the upper arm bones together. So I'm really curled in here. Long neck, tuck the chin. And as you inhale, press down into the feet. Lift up into the hips. Keeping, though, the chest towards the thighs. Good. And feeling, again, that delicate balance of vulnerability and strength. Opening the body up, feeling into possibility, into where I can create more space and freedom, but also the strength. Press into the feet. Feel the depth in the breath. And then we'll inhale, bend the knees slightly, lift the chest, come up to flat back, look forward. Exhale and let it go. Good. Inhale, plant the hands, bend the knees, walk or hop back, take your vinyasa, chaturanga through. Inhale is cobra, up dog. Exhale, we meet up and back into down dog. Good. And from down dog, walk your hands back to your feet. Turn your feet out so that just slightly toes turned out, a little wider, so almost as wide as your mat, so you can sit down into Malasana. Good. Just a moment in Malasana, really nice grounded, solid pose. Feeling the length through the spine. Breath down into the belly. This moment of really connecting to the earth. I exist. What is real to me in this moment? Feel the body, feel the breath. And then we'll release the hands down. Bring the seat down and just make sure you're kind of in the center of the mat. You might find you just want to drop the hips a little side to side, just a bit of organic movement. And we're going to bring ourselves into tabletop. So that knees are bent, feet hip distance apart, fingertips facing forward. And again, that support of the back for the back of the body by drawing the shoulder blades together, upper arm bones draw together. Good. Couple of options. As you inhale, you can keep the hips down, lift the chest, open the throat. Or press through the feet, press through the hands. Begin to lift the hips up. And tabletop is tabletop. So you want to lift up, press through the hands. Good. Press down through the feet. Maybe you bring your right knee in and come back into that figure of four. Right ankle onto the left thigh. And lift it up and back. Good. Breathe into possibility, into growth. And then slowly let's release down. Bring the hips down and release the right foot. Take a breath in. Press through the hands. Press through the feet. Open the throat. And then lift it up. Opening up. Again, you've got that option. Left foot lifts, left ankle onto the right thigh. Good. One more full deep breath in. And then exhale slowly, coming all the way back down. Let's release. Again, a little bit of movement. Release the wrists. Shake it out. I'm going to start to make our way down on to our backs in a moment. We'll just take one more nice kind of hip opener, and that's going to be pigeon pose. So you're going to sweep the the left leg behind you. So the right knee and the right ankle are looking to come almost parallel to the front of the mat. For most of us, that's not possible in the architecture of our pelvis and the hips. For many of us, we'll want to place a block underneath the right hip, and so that you have a feeling of buoyancy in the hip. So my right foot is flexed, toes turned towards the right knee, and I'm pressing actively into the top of the left foot. So there's that much stability in my foundation. Again, here, I can lift the hands up, that I'm not gripping to find that balance. So support with a block or a cushion. And then see if you can reach the hands behind you and lift and open the chest. Good. So if your hands are here, that's fine. Maybe your hands are here. Some of you are even going to look at mermaid pose, bending your back knee, holding on with your left hand to your left foot, or even into the crook of the elbow, and the right hand lifts up and over. So as I said before, there is a never-ending kind of cycle of where this practice can take us. But what we're looking for is, where am I today? Right here, right now. What is available to me now? Good. And then if you've got the bind, release the bind. Bring your hands back forward, and just for a breath, we'll fold forward. Support the head. Feel that slight weight of the forehead. And again, just turning the gaze down and in. Soften your shoulders. Soften your face. Let go of the story. And simply breathe. And let that breath just befriend whatever is arisen for you or rising for you in your practice today. Befriend that. So this practice returns you back to center, returns you back to home. And nice and slowly move with the breath, inhaling, lift the chest, come all the way up. And then just drop the weight over to the right hip, come forward, and we'll sweep the right leg now behind you, setting up second side for pigeon, Kapatasana. Again, taking a little time to settle in. I know my left side not quite, or needs a little bit more support than my right. So a block could be helpful. Left foot is flexed. So it's very active. There's nothing passive about any of these postures. Good. The chest is lifting. Maybe for that dynamic balance, open up a little bit more and explore the options of the back bends. So feel into what is possible in your body today. So really becomes this journey of insight, of curiosity. There might be somewhere where you just hold and it's really juicy and you just take a few breaths there. And you feel that aliveness of just letting yourself feel into that. There is nothing more that we're trying to gain in this practice. Good. Release your back foot. And again, come forward. In fact, this practice is all about learning to let go. So let's together take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, feel how the exhale facilitates letting go. Nothing to gain, nothing more that we need to add on. And then inhaling, slowly walk the hands back. Lift the chest. Good. And again, we'll sweep the right leg back through. And come back, bent knees, feet flat. And slowly and mindfully, as we've been working place the spine down. So we feel from the sacrum along that central axis, column of the spine, to finally the weight through to the back of the skull. And just that moment really to feel and embody the practice of letting go. The shoulders soft. And any movements here, you might find you just want to draw your knees in a little bit and gently rock a bit side to side. Some of you will find happy baby would feel good, or even coming into plow pose, lifting the hips and bringing the feet over the head. So just take a moment in this space between Shavasana and active practice and active asana. Take this last moment just to move the body in any way that feels right for you in this moment. And this is such a gift to give yourself. Again, you're not trying to add anything on here, just to be. And then when you feel ready, and don't rush to get there. So if you're in an inversion in shoulder stand or halasana plow, take your time. We're moving into Shavasana to close. So Shavasana, legs are extended, and if that's not comfortable, I suggest placing a blanket or blocks underneath your knees. Something behind your head can often support. So the chin is slightly tucked. Arms are down by your side and the palms are facing up. And there's again that feeling of space, so let the feet fall away from each other and feel the space around the rib cage. And this is really the ultimate practice of feeling the vulnerability of lying the body down here. The front side, often the area that we protect and curl into, we're offering up. But within that offering up, feel the strength, feel the support, and let yourself take that support. Feel weight through the back of the body, the back of the skull, back of the shoulders. Notice where the body is connecting to this earth. And this feeling in this moment, I exist. And whatever is arising in this space for you in your practice, just let that be. Feel in that, the strength just to be with what is. And notice how each breath returns us back to center. Offering of the breath to bring us back to a calm, responsive state within ourselves. This is the axis for freedom, to be the liberated one within our life, however uncertain that may be. In this moment, I am strong. I am present. I am okay. I am strong. I am present. I am okay. And just silently say that to yourself. Breathe into that. Let yourself feel that. Take a little time to really integrate. Move into that space. I'll lead you out when it's time. Soft gaze. Returning back to center. The ebb and the flow of your breath. The quality of the exhale, each exhale, letting go. Begin to deepen your breath. Take the deepest, fullest breath of your day. You might stretch or reach the arms over your head or draw your knees in. Again, really that internal listening to what feels right. We'll make our way over to one side as you're ready. Don't be too quick to get up here. Keep the body heavy. Stay in the body. And then we'll come up to sit together. So you might find your block to sit on. Just this last moment to really kind of savor what this practice gives us. This reminder back. And let your palms turn up now. Sit tall. Slightly draw the skull back. Soften the shoulders. Take this moment just to sit with it. To stay with it. We let go of the story. We move, we breathe. Remind ourselves of what is real, what is important. And within that, return us back to the possibility of now. Feel yourself right here, right now. Reach the arms out wide. Take a deep breath in. Bring the arms up over the head. Press the palms together and bring your hands back to center, to heart space. Returning us back. Lift the heart to meet the thumbs. Bow your head down towards your heart. We close our practice by bowing forward, giving thanks to the body. In this vehicle that we live in, that is our home, we befriend. And as you rise back up, Namaste, yogis. Have a wonderful day.